Hello and welcome to a lower body power yoga with a glute finisher. Today all you're going to need is a little bit of space, and if you have a set of mini bands, just grab one of those. The one that I have is considered light, so I'm not trying to do anything too crazy or resistant today. We're going to start standing at the top of your mat, feet together, finding all four corners of your feet. Close your eyes, relax your hands at your sides. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Do this a few more times. Inhaling, shoulders up. Exhaling, roll them back and down. Next time you exhale and the shoulders are pulling down, you can leave them there. Roll the palms towards the front of the room. And then with your next exhale, bend your knees nice and deep like you're coming down into just a slight chair pose. And I'll hold here for a few breaths. If it's easy to squeeze your legs together to give you a little bit more of a base, you can do that. Or if you'd like a bit of a challenge, try to pull your knees, use your glutes to pull your knees out to the sides, a little bit away from each other. So the knees are going to be coming over like your third and fourth toe rather than over the big toe or out all the way to the little toe side of the foot. With your next inhale, reach your hands up. Try to bring your biceps as close to your ears as you can get. If you're able to sink down a little bit farther here, go ahead and try for that. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing, hands reaching up. Exhaling as you fold forward. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, lift halfway, take a look out across the room. Exhale, bend the knees. Plant the hands, step the feet back. Core stays nice and tight in this plank. Exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, flip the feet over, lifting the chest to your upward facing dog. And exhaling back to your downward facing dog. Start to sway the hips over to the right side. You can bend the right knee a bit if you need to. The heel can come up away from the floor. Left heel reaches down towards the floor, trying to get a nice good stretch all the way through the left side of the body. Inhale as you work your way back to center, straightening the right leg. Exhaling as you sway the hips to the left, bend the left knee, right heel reaches down. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Right knee comes to the floor. And then inhaling again, reaching the hands up overhead. And on your exhale, you're going to shift your hips back, straighten the front leg. You don't even need to pull forward here. Inhale, come back. Exhale, pressing back. Inhale, coming forward. We're going to do this a few more times. And the next time you're in this lunge, you can bring your hands both to the inside of your left foot. Untuck your right toes if you have not already. Drive your right hip down towards the floor. Let your breath get nice and steady. And then with your next exhale, you're going to work your way back to your downward facing dog. So replant the hands, curl the right toes under, and work your way back. Find your downward facing dog, lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling. The heels can come up a little ways. And then with your exhale, settle the heels back towards the floor. With your next exhale, step your right foot forward. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Left knee comes down. Inhale, coming up. Hands reach up overhead. And then exhale, shift your hips back. Extending that front leg. Inhaling as you come back forward. Exhale back. Inhale, coming forward. We'll do this again a few times on this side. Really press into your right foot as you shift back. And then with your next exhale, as you come back forward into this low lunge, untuck your left toes, hands come to the inside of your right foot. Taking some nice deep breaths here. And with your next exhale, if you need, reposition the hands, curl your left toes back under and work your way back to your downward facing dog. Inhaling as you lift the tailbone up towards the ceiling, the heels coming up off the floor. Exhale, relaxing the heels back down. With your next exhale, you can step your left foot forward. Inhale, work your way up to a high lunge, reaching the hands up overhead. And then with an exhale, slightly bend your right knee and drop that knee towards the floor. Once you find where the floor is, lift that knee back up so you're hovering off the floor. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, press up, straighten both legs, drop your right heel to the floor, and then exhale, left hand to the left shin, right hand up towards the ceiling, opening up to the side for your triangle pose. Exhale, bring your right hand down beneath the left, folding over your front leg. And with your next inhale, you can work your way back up. Lift your right heel back off the floor. We're going to come back into that low lunge, but instead of holding it this time, we're going to do some pulses. So, again, lowering down, find where you're just bringing the knee to the floor. And then inhale, straighten that right knee off the floor. Exhale, bend the knee down, gently kiss the floor with the knee. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. We'll do one more. Inhale up, exhale down. Right knee comes down to the floor. Shift your weight back. So that way you come to sit down on the right heel. Left leg is extended. You can either lift the toes
pointing them up towards the ceiling, maybe flexing them back towards the body a bit. Or if you'd like to point the toes down toward the floor, whichever one feels better to you today. Inhale, work your way back forward, plant your left foot back down, lift your right knee, and then you're going to twist so that way the right heel comes to the floor, and you're just shifting your way into a goddess squat. So your left toes are going to have to come in a little bit. You can adjust the feet as much as you need, lowering down as much as you can here. Keep the knees pulling out to the back of the room. Hands can go wherever you would like them. Inhale, straighten the legs, and we're going to switch sides from here. So your left toes are going to start to shift, or the left heel will shift. So that way you're facing the other direction. Right toes are going to turn to point out, and we're going to come down to this low lunge. Just kind of readjust the feet wherever you need them to be. And then inhale as you work the hands up overhead. Exhale, slight bend in your left knee. Come down to the floor. Find the floor and then lift the knee to hover. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the knee down. Shift the weight back. Sitting onto your left heel, right foot extended in front of you. Inhale, coming back forward. Lift your left knee off the floor. Drop the heel down. Inhale as you straighten that front leg. Arms can come out to your sides. And then exhale your right hand to the right shin. Left hand reaches towards the ceiling. Exhaling as your left hand comes down to meet the right, folding over your front leg. On your inhale, you're going to work your way back to that lunge, so the left heel lifts off the floor. Bend the knee just a bit, lower all the way down, knee kisses the floor, and then inhale, lift the knee, exhale, bend, inhale up, exhale, bend, inhale up. Let's do 2 more of those. Exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, bend the left knee to the floor, shift the weight back again. Lift the toes or point them, whichever feels good to you. On this side, might be different from the other side. And then coming back forward, planting your right foot, lift your left knee. We're going to come back to that goddess squat. So twisting to come to the left side. Adjust the feet so the feet are pointing out at about a 45-degree angle. Knees bent, lowering down here. And then we're going to do a little bit of a cat-cow. So inhale, lift the chest, reach the butt back behind you, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, lift the chest, looking up, bum reaches behind you. Exhale, round the back, tuck the tailbone. One more time. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs. You can turn your heels or the toes so that way the feet are more parallel to each other. And then on your exhale, you're going to come into a standing forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows or rest the hands or arms to the floor. inhale, you're gonna work your way back up. Reach the hands behind the back. You can do one of a few things. You can grasp the hands, interlacing the fingers. You can grab a hold of opposite elbows. Or if your shoulders just are not that flexible, you can grab a strap or the band and just hold the hands in each end. Coming back to your wide leg forward fold. Exhaling, lift the arms and drop them back behind you. On your inhale, you're going to work your way back up to standing. And then from here, stepping the feet together, we're going to come down to the floor. And so from here, we're going to do our glute finisher, which is going to kind of be a little bit self-timed. So if you have the band, you're going to bring it just above the knees. And what we are going to do is a combination of glute bridge and knee banded abductions. I'll show you what we're going to do. So we're going to start, it's going to be a ladder style. So we're going to start with 10. We're going to go all the way down to 1, and that is going to be sufficient. So with your exhale, we'll start with 10. You're going to do 10 glute bridges. So engage the glutes. Core comes on. Try to get rid of the gap between your back and the floor. And with your inhale, lift your bum. Exhale, lower down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then from here, you can either keep your bum lifted off the floor, or if this is too much, you can drop back down. Either way, you're going to pull the knees out against the band. So really stretching that band as far as you can. Knees come as far apart as you can get. Really use the glutes to get that movement coming. So for 1, knees come back in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhaling as you lower back down. And that's the 10 reps. So we're gonna go to 9, and I'm gonna let you self-pace this at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and still do it, so you can follow along if you'd like. If you do need to rest, try to count to about 5, and then get back into it, keeping the rest as minimal as possible. So then we're going to move on to the set of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I will stop counting now and let you finish up again at your own pace. And whenever you are done, you can go ahead and remove the strap or the band. If it feels good to hug the knees in towards the chest, you may do that. Otherwise, you can relax on the floor, stretch the legs out nice and long. Hands can rest on the stomach, on the chest, at your sides. Reach out next to you, wherever feels good. Thank you so much for joining me. You may stay here as long as you would like. And I hope you have the greatest day ever.